Join Emergence in our mission to empower African women within religious environments. We are seeking passionate volunteers to help us dismantle cultural barriers and liberate women to embrace their identity and purpose in Christ. Our vision is a future where African women emerge from the shadows of cultural constraints within religious spaces, stepping boldly into the light of their true potential. As part of our mission, we are organizing a large annual gathering of women in Africa, a sacred sanctuary for Christian women to deepen their faith, find solace, and draw inspiration. Volunteer with us to be a part of these transformative platforms where attendees will hear stories of resilience, experience holistic healing, rediscover their purpose, and engage in a heartfelt worship. Let's foster a community where burdens are laid down and empowerment flourishes. Join us in making a difference.
I just don't have the capacity to tiptoe around people's triggers.
What'd you say?
I just want to be in healthy.
You got to go back and say that part again. You said you don't have the capacity to do what?
To tiptoe around people's triggers. Because if you're constantly triggered just by my presence, by my typical conversation, if this is just who I am, then that's okay. We just might not are supposed to be friends in this capacity because we have differing personality types.
Hi there, it's the dawn of a new day and another day to step out and go fulfill your purpose and be the best you can. We will renew our minds today with powerful affirmation on purpose. I affirm, I am open to new experiences that reveal my purpose and ignite my passion. I am committed to living authentically, allowing my purpose to shine forth in all I do. I honor my intuition as it leads me towards my true purpose and fulfillment. I am a beacon of light, and my purpose inspires those around me to seek their own. This is my reality.
Hello, beautiful people. Hello, hello, hello. It's an amazing time once again this month of August to be here. My name is Dikachi Paulin, and I will be the anchor for today's event. And there is this thing I just want to let us know, even as you are here and as you are coming in. go ahead and invite your friends. Hello, females, go and invite your friends. Bring them all in here because tonight is that night that we have all been waiting for. And once again, my name is Tikachi Pauline. So today we are in the event called the Empower Her. And this is a virtual event held every month. This is the August edition of the Empower Her. And in this edition, we are talking about elevate your esteem and lead with confidence. So we are not just talking about any kind of woman. We're talking about the Deborah kind of woman. We are talking about women who have been suffering from low self-esteem, who have not been part of what is going on even in their society. And so today, this is your chance to empower yourself. And let me tell you something, let me just give you a little hint about what we're going to be talking about today. Now, with respect to all that we have been seeing in today's society, the truth is this: as much as we're talking about women empowering women, we're also talking about the place of having a man to also empower the women in our society. We all have fathers, we have brothers, we have everybody in our midst. So, this is the time where we get to empower ourselves, even as women, and also encourage even our men to also empower the women in their circles. So, welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. I want to see the comments. If you can hear me, if you can see me, I want to see you type in the comments. Type in the comments. I want to see all the things happening. I want to see you type in the comment section. Give me that fire emoji if you are ready for today's event, if you are ready for us to go live, if you are ready to be empowered, if you are ready to elevate your esteem, and if you're ready to lead with confidence. Go ahead, put it in the comment section and let me see you there. This is not just one event that we are just hosting because we just want to have it. This is one that has a purpose, and the purpose is to empower women, to help them to speak up, even at the time when they have to speak up. Yes, of a truth, we all know that women we love to talk. Of course, we love to talk. We love to have our way. We love to express ourselves via words. But this is the time where we get to say, as much as you love to talk, it's also important you lead with confidence. For many of us who are also in the for many of us who are also in the leading circle, for many of us who are in the any circle at all, I want to tell us something. You are a leader, even as a woman that you are. You are a leader in that field. So here I am, welcoming you once again to the August edition of Elevate and Empower Her. So, yes. I can see you, Obadimu Okweyemi. Welcome. Everyone, welcome. Put it in the comment section. I want to see it in the comment section. I want to see your excitement. I want to see everything. I want to see everything. Hope our day went well. So, yes. See, well, there's something I'm going to be talking about even today. And we have one person who is going to be speaking to us today, and we would definitely introduce her. So just to let you know, the purpose of this is not just for us to have another women empowerment event or virtual event. This is with great purpose. This has the purpose of helping women see themselves as Christ sees them. This is a safe place where we get to experience our confidence and also to elevate our esteem. A lot of time, in fact, let me tell you a story before I commence. Let me tell you a little story. When I was a little girl, I had this very funny esteem. In fact, it wasn't what I wouldn't want to call it low because my dad gave me so much, experience that I knew what to do If I wasn't feeling okay, if I wasn't feeling right with something, I am very much wonderful with speaking out. Yes, I was not loud, but I could speak up for myself. And so as soon as I got into the secondary school, it seemed like I was beginning to, do a lot of comparison. Welcome, welcome, precious, welcome, precious. It seemed like I wasn't doing so well. I wasn't being social. I wasn't really, knowing more persons, even in my class. And so I had issues with myself. I had issues with myself. There were certain things I wasn't conversant with. There were some things I wasn't conversant with. Didn't work out well for me. But now I decided on my own that I was going to make this work for me. As soon as I understood that, I joined one of the in fact, it's one of my favorites. When I was in secondary school, it was one of my favorite clubs, the drama club. I joined it, and that helped me grow my esteem even in my chapel. So, this is that time once again. So, I want to see us in the comment section if you're so excited, because I will not be calling up the speaker if you are not excited. If you don't show me that excitement in the comment section, I am not calling up the speaker. So if you're excited as I am, I want you to put it in the comment section. Put it, put it, put it, put it. We want to see all the excitement. We want to see everything. Put it up in the comment section and let's start. Let's begin. Welcome, Abadimu. Welcome, Precious. Welcome, Anastasia. I can see Akuraba. Oh, sorry if I don't call your name right. Love it. I can see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful experience that we're going to be having here. And so, once again, you're welcome to empower her, elevate your esteem, and lead with confidence. This is the time for you to be part of what is going on. Beautiful. I can see Chidima Igalo from Facebook. Thank you for joining us. This is an amazing experience. Yes, 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 yes. All right. So, without much ado, I want us to do something before we go over to calling up our speaker and the visionary of this event. Yes. And I want us to do something. At the beginning of this session, there was a place where we had a word for affirmation, and I want us to do a little affirmation before we begin, because there is something that words do. The world we are in currently was created by the words that were spoken by God. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. So we're going to be using our words to speak into our future and get our minds ready for the speaker that is coming up in the next few minutes. So, this is the affirmation. So, you affirm with me and say, "I am fearfully." If you're ready, say, "I'm ready." I want to see the comments. If you're ready for affirmation, say, "I'm ready." I want to see the comments. I want to see the comments. I want to see the comments. Are you ready for this affirmation? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Give me that excitement in the comment section. Yes, 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 yes. All right. Okay, so I want you to affirm with me and say, yes, beautiful. Esther, you're ready. Yes, I love the energy today. I love the energy. We can keep this running on and on and on. And so I want us to affirm, "I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am made in God's image, and I trust in His plan for my life. I am strong and courageous, for God is with me. I am loved and valued and enough in Christ. I celebrate my uniqueness. I trust in God's power and grace to equip me for all He has called me to do. I am a daughter of the King, and I walk in confidence and faith. God's word is my guide, and His Spirit empowers me to live in confidence and faith. And lastly, I trust God's goodness and sovereignty, and I rest in His love and care. Yes, if you affirm this with me, be ready and be ready and be sure you you are definitely in the plan of God for your life. So, with that, I would want to give a warm welcome. We are going to be hearing from one of the very amazing persons who have empowered not just her circle of friends, but also people, even in the Christian community. And so, this is me welcoming our very this is first of all, let me get us ready. Let me get us ready for coming in of our speaker for today. First, her name is Temitope Oyewale. She is a mental health coach, and she has helped a lot of persons to get their mental health together. She has empowered so many persons via her words. She has been one of the anchors of faith that people look up to. Yes, she has been a coach for years now. And so, this is me welcoming you to listen to our amazing Miss Temi Takwe Oyewale. So, listen and listen good. Listen, I want to tell us something. Take down points from this session and do not, if possible, go ahead and share because she's coming up and we are going to be listening to our speaker today.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Emergence 2024. My name is Temitope Oyewole. I'm one of the guests for this beautiful event. First of all, I want to celebrate myself and I want to celebrate the host of this program and the one that has the idea of this very program. When we think about women, we think about people that God has given the power to bring souls, to bring life to the earth. Before I go to the topic of today, we talked about building self-esteem and confidence for women overcoming self-doubt as a woman. I want to appreciate my friend, the one that invited me to this program, Bolaji Babalola. He's been a friend for years, for decades. We've been friends from 1999, if I'm not mistaken. And we've been friends that have been affecting lives. So I want to celebrate you, PJ. Thank you for bringing me here. And also, I want to celebrate myself once again. Today, we're talking about overcoming self-esteem and confidence. As a woman, first of all, I know you know the woman, we are the one that God has given the power to recreate, to produce. So if you're a woman, you recreate, you produce, you reproduce, you bring life to people, you bring life out, like from the womb, then out. Then you should have self-confidence because there's a power embedded in you as a woman. The power to bring life out. The power to procreate. All those things are things that should give you confidence that you should know that you're important in society. These days, no, we know women are not those people that will just tell, oh, stay in the kitchen. No, we are far above people in the kitchen. I love being in the kitchen. I love cooking. But that's not what we're talking about tonight. You as a woman should know that you should have something they call self-confidence. But as we go into today, what is self-esteem and confidence? Self-esteem is how you value yourself. How you value yourself. Let me use myself as an example. One thing that I love doing is I love myself and I value myself. I'm a woman of different hats. I do different things. For some years back now, I've been in art, I've been in entertainment, I've been in music industry, gospel music industry, and now mental health coach, mental health specialist. substance abuse specialist. How do I get into this? I'm also an entrepreneur into fashion. I remember those years far back, and when I was in business, there have been ups and downs. What do I mean by ups and downs? I have a business using like 3 rooms and sitting room far back in Ibadan. Then have sales girls. All those things, as time goes by, because I was not opportune to be there to monitor it, because of my change of environment, everything went down. But that doesn't stop me. That doesn't give me low self-esteem. That doesn't kill my confidence. That doesn't tell me that is the end of life. I pick up my business back and say, okay, I still have to do this. Another thing that I've done in the past is I studied mass communication from the Polytechnic Ibadan, Grateful Lights, right? And I wasn't broadcasting, a freelance broadcaster. But a time come, I found myself in IT field. I work with an IT company. I was in the PR department. But as time goes by, as I was trying to put myself together, get my bearing, I see that what I have to do, or what I got, or what is inside of me, is more than me doing 8 to 5. So what do? I bring up myself, all those special gifts that I have, and I started working on them one after the other. We are still coming there, because that's part of what is going to give you self-confidence. All you know how to do has to be things that you present first at the beginning. When people see you, you don't say, I think I can do it. No, don't think. Even if you don't know how to do all those things, tell them, I'm so sure I have some knowledge about it. Not I think. Don't think. I'm sure I have some knowledge. Even if it's 20% knowledge you have about something, it's some knowledge that cannot be bought with money. So believing in yourself is one thing that you need to do as a woman if you want to build self-esteem. And as a woman, I said, a woman we carry different hats. From the life of a girl to the life of sister, wife, mother, CEO, or whichever one you have or you are. Being a mother is a very big work. I'll say because from the younger age of our child or our children, we need to let them know that their self-confidence is very, very important. You don't talk down your child or your children because they are not doing things right. And that's where some people get their low self-esteem from, because their parents talk them down. Oh, how dull are you? Your mates are getting 1st position. You are getting 10th position. No. Even if your children are getting 38th position, it's not everybody that will have PhD. Not everybody will have master's degree. Not everybody will go to school to learn. Some will tell you, I learned from somebody. You understudy some people to get knowledge. So if your kids, your children are getting low grades in school, talking them down is not a solution. To build their self-esteem, to make them courageous and be bold in the future, you need to start teaching them at their tender age, younger age. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. That is when they start learning how to be confident and carry their shoulder up wherever they find themselves. Building self-confidence starts from the younger age, as I said. So as a woman or as a mother or as a wife, it's our duty as we are building our own self-confidence. Maybe you have lost yours. Maybe you're trying to bring it back. Maybe you don't even know anything about it, or you have it already. Know that it's our duty as mother, as wife, as women, to help our children, people around us, build their self-confidence. That gives them a very good high esteem, and people will not be able to talk you down. Self-esteem shows that you love yourself, love who you are. Majority of women don't love who they are. How on earth will you not love yourself? How on earth? Love yourself. If you don't love yourself, nobody will love you. If you don't appreciate what you got, what you have, nobody will appreciate you. Nobody will appreciate your work. And nobody will value you. You need to know that self-love is one thing that you need to do, you need to have as a woman or as a woman or women of high self-esteem. Value yourself. Can you say after me, I will value myself? And if you value yourself already, can you say after me, I, Temitope, value myself? Say it, I value myself once again. When you love yourself, people will love you. Respect yourself. When you show respect to yourself, people out there will respect you. Are you sad? Are you sorrowful? Oh, a woman of good self-esteem will be happy. Show happiness in whatever you do. Be happy to yourself. Be happy about what you do. You don't want to tell me, I don't like the kind of job I'm doing. Then you won't have what you got. You won't like it because you don't find happiness in what you're doing. You have to find happiness in what you are doing. That sometimes ago, when people ask me, why are you doing this? Why are you into fashion business? I tell them, I love dressing up. I love being beautiful. So I decided to go into fashion. So whatever you tell people, right? The way you present yourself to people is the way people will carry you. Don't forget, I'm talking about what? Self-esteem. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Show yourself good and beautiful love. Happiness. Whatever you give out, you will get back. If you present yourself as somebody that is sad, of course, people will see you as somebody that is sad. If you present yourself as somebody that have a very low self-esteem, people will see you that way. But if you are somebody that carry yourself like I'm a child of the Almighty, when you carry yourself with the love, with the grace you carry, then people will see you for who you are. Another one is confidence. Have faith in what you do. Be confident in whatever you do. Are you a student? Are you a married woman? Are you single? Are you a career woman? Are you a business woman? Whatever you are, have faith in what you do. And be courageous in your ability and capability of what you are doing. Don't devalue the work of your hand. Don't devalue what you're doing. If you devalue yourself, people will devalue your product. If you devalue yourself, people will devalue you. If you devalue yourself, people will devalue your worth. If you devalue yourself, people will see you down instead of being up. Imagine the way you call your product. If you tell people that my product is beautiful, they will help you say her product is beautiful. But when you say, I don't even think my product is good, they will say, she said her product is bad. Likewise, you as a human being, the way you present yourself to people is the way you will be addressed. Have confidence in whatever you do. Have confidence in the work of your hand. And whatever you achieve, your challenges, have confidence in your challenges. Do you know one thing? They say a room was not built in a day. So that means for you to get to the top, there will be rising and falling and rising. So when you fall, don't just put yourself back into the pit. No, bring yourself up and say, yes, I can do it. Even when you think that you cannot do anything. Sometimes back, in 1999, I think it was in 2006 when I finished my first degree in mass communication. I had it in mind to go back to school to do master's program. And then my father died, everything was as if there was no solution. Then I was almost run into depression. I changed my location so that I can get the joy that I needed back. As time goes by, struggles upon struggles, I got myself to an extent. I said, you know what, girl, your goal is to go to a master's program. And I did. It took me years. I struggled. I struggled over it. But it's something that I did. Even when I was struggling, I told myself, I can do it. And that very word I so much love. Let me bring us the ex-president of America, ex-president Barack Obama. There's one word he said during those elections when he was trying to be elected as the president. And that word rings in my head till today. Americans, yes, we can. Let me tell you, women, yes, we can. You want to progress in life? You want to go back to school? Women, yes, you can. You want to have a business and you're struggling with that business? Woman, yes, you can. You think, I am not valued, I am not loved. Woman, you are loved. Because you need to first love yourself. In whatever stage you find yourself now, you think there is no solution. Woman, can I tell you once again? Yes, you can. If there's no solution, you can be the solution you want people to see. Your product can be the solution people are waiting for. Women, yes, we can. And let me tell you, self-esteem can be learned. If you don't have it, if you're not taught, or if your parents did not embed that in you when you're growing up, you can learn it, you can teach yourself. Self-esteem is not what somebody can lose and lose forever. If you are determined to have it, you will surely have it. Like I was telling you, when I went back to study for my master's program, I changed the course because I see beauty in encouraging people, showing people empathy, loving people, and helping them. Then I went back to school to study clinical mental health counseling. Let me shock you. It took me time. Moving from pure arts class to science courses took me a while. There are times that I will be in my room, I will cry, I will weep, I will write. Imagine you writing papers on papers 10, 20. I've written 24 before. I think at the edge of the finish line of my class, I did 28 pages. And I wrote that 3 times. The first time I did 22, my professor complained that I didn't put some stuff there. I went back, I wrote 24. And the last one I did 28. It was tough. It cost me time. It cost me my energy, cost me a lot of things. But do you know one thing? Yes, I can. I did it. And that I went back to school, there's some women that said, if I can go back to school because I'm a woman that does different things, sometimes I'm easily distracted with the gift that I have. But I did it. As I'm talking now, I used to have last year was 3 people are in school because they see my story as what they can run on, as in see as an example. And let me shock you. One of them is going to finish our master's program by early next year. The other one is going to finish our master's program in social work by end of next year. And the third one is in community college. Who told you cannot do it? It's a matter of time. Learn self-esteem. Learn self-esteem. When you have self-doubt, it makes you lose a lot of things. When you have a low self-esteem, it makes you lose things that people ought to give to you, or things that you ought to get at the platter of gold. I remember one day when I was in Nigeria, I was working with one broadcasting house then. So I tried to get a job in Lagos from Ibadan to Lagos. I got to an interview and they asked me a question. They said, have you worked in IT department, IT of a company before? And I said, no. And they said, we want to hire you to work in accounting department. And I said, accounting department? I'm sorry, I study mass communication. And I would like to work in either your marketing department or your PR department. And I remember they said, group head said, oh, we're sorry, we don't have any vacants in either PR or marketing department. But what I have for you, he said, what I have for you is an accounting department. And the woman I'm talking to, I know she's able to do the work. And I was like, well, I'm able, just want to know what I want to do, even though I know I have no experience about what it was asking me to do. I was asking this question. Another thing is these people, when they get to some places, they present their weaknesses instead of them presenting their strong points. People should know where you're strong, not where you are weak. Present your strong point first, not your weaknesses. Let them know she's good at this, at that. So when they know your strong point, then when they see your weaknesses, they will see your strong point first to overcome the weakness. But most of us, we show people our weaknesses first. Imagine you putting on a dirty clothes outside. People will not look at what you got inside. They will look at your appearance first. So we all need to do that. Self-doubt kills. Self-doubt take you down. Self-doubt make you lose a lot of things, opportunities. According to my story, after he interviewed me, he called some other people to come again and interviewed me, the HR and stuff like that. And it said one thing. He said, I want to interview her, second interview. Maybe you guys will see what I'm saying. What did he see? I don't know what he saw. But one thing is, I know, even though I think I don't have the knowledge of what to do in accounting department, I have the confidence that I am bold enough to work in the PR and marketing department. By the favor of God, I got a job. And I worked in that office for almost 7 years. And I enjoyed the work because I learned a lot of stuff in IT there. So I'm just telling you this story about myself so that you can reflect and see that sometimes all you need to do is present yourself well. Not even sometimes, all the time. Let people see where you're strong. And don't keep where you are weak at the back. You want to learn, you want to grow. You want people to see how strong you are. You want them to see that you have confidence in what you're doing. So as you are presenting yourself the way you're strong, keep learning about your weaknesses. Learn about your weaknesses. Don't just keep your weaknesses somewhere. Look at it and keep learning. When you learn to a level, some of your weaknesses can even become the strongest part of you. Another thing that brings low self-esteem is comparison. Oh God. How on earth? You can't compare yourself with anybody. You are who you are. Right? Another person that looks like you is not your original. Can you see after me? Another person that looks like me is not the original. You are the originality of yourself. You are the original of yourself. I am the original of myself. My name is Temitokme Oyewole. Another Temitokme Oyewole is not me. I am my originality. As in, I am original. When you start comparing yourself with other people, you lose focus. You lose where you are going to. You lose your goals. And you may unable to achieve those goals. You may not achieve them because you are comparing yourself with people. You're a student, you're a businesswoman, whatever you are doing. Do not compare yourself with no one. When you do that, there's some things that can come out of that. Negative self-talk. I don't think I can do it. My mates are getting this. I'm not getting this. I don't think I can get it. Negative self-talk reduces self-esteem, reduces your confidence, right? It makes you look as if you're a failure. Negative self-talk brings you down. Negative self-talk can destroy your product, can destroy you, and can also destroy your future. Negative self-talk is what we all need as a woman, right? We need as women to stop. Negative self-talk will not take you nowhere. It will not take you anywhere. Learn how to say all good things to yourself and about yourself. I'm sure I can do it. Yes, I'm very bold. I am strong. I can do it. Even when you think you cannot do some stuff, don't just talk yourself down. Don't forget what I said. Don't compare yourself with people. When you start doing that, you start bringing out negative self-talk about yourself because you are comparing yourself to other people. I'm not saying don't love what people do, or sometimes I admire good things. That you admire it does not mean that you are envy of them or that you want to be like them. Be your originality. Another thing is women like, oh, they said, they think. Societal belief does not make that is right. What people believe doesn't mean that thing they believe is right. No. It doesn't mean that because they are saying it, they are right. It doesn't mean that because they are doing it, they are right. No. You need to start believing in yourself. Believing in what you can do. That will give you a very good high self-confidence. It will give you a very high esteem. Then how can you build your self-esteem? How can you build that confidence you want to build as a woman? Like I said earlier, it starts from younger age. As women, as mothers, start teaching your children how to be confident. Let them know the worth it. Let them know they are loved. Let them know they are valued. Let them know that those things that are tough is just part of their challenges and they will get to the next grade or the next level they are going to. But that shouldn't bring them down. Let them know they should not look down. They should look up and shoulder high. I'm not saying they should have pride, but I'm just saying they should be proud in themselves of what they are doing and who they are. Tell them they should be the son and daughter of who they are. Another thing is every negative belief that you think you have, you can write them down. Oh, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I want this. I don't think my friend loves me. Put them down. One day, look at it and say, okay, now, if I say I don't want it, in my words, I will replace it with, I am worth it. I am worth it. I remember like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I went for a friend invited me to a program to host. And they said they are looking for somebody that will take worship. And she said she can do both. And I said, well, I charge extra if I'm going to take praise and worship and hosting your event. Don't get me wrong. That's another career path. So don't think, why is she collecting money for taking praise and worship? I do. So I was there. I do both. And when I finished, those women came to me and said, you are exactly what they said you are. You are exactly what they said you are. So that means whatever you are, right? You gotta present it. How? Let people see who exactly you are. What you are made of. Who you are in your product, in your whatever, as a woman, as a wife, as a mother, as a career woman, as a business woman, in whatever you're doing, let them know who you are. Those negative talks, negative beliefs that can put you down in anything you're doing, write them out. When you say you don't want it in your book, now write the opposite. I want more than that. When people think, I don't look beautiful, now write it. I am beautifully and perfectly made. Right? When you are walking as a woman, you don't frown your face, you smile. That is part of your dressing, the part of your self-confidence. Smile. Smiling is part of your dressing. Let them know that ever joyous. When things are not going well, that doesn't mean you will not let them know. Let people know that I'm not feeling fine today. But that doesn't mean you should wear that as a garment. I'm not feeling fine today. I am sad. No, you doesn't need to wear that as a garment. But let them know what you have, your emotions, your feelings. That you have self-confidence does not mean you should not express your feelings or your emotions or how you feel inside of you. It doesn't stop that. Replace any negative belief you have with positive thoughts, with positive words of affirmation. Let me tell you, words of affirmation are very powerful. Affirmation words are very, very powerful. I believe in one of the words of the Bible that says, "And I decree a thing, and it shall come to pass." Because decreeing is like authorizing some words into my life. Words of affirmation are part of all these things. I can do it. I will make it. I am bold. I am strong. I am healed. My business is succeeding. I am at the head. I'm the head. I am at the edge. I'm at the top. I cannot come down. I am above. I am not beneath. I am making progress. I am successful. All those things are things that you need as words of affirmations. Another thing that will make you have a good self-confidence and good self-esteem is set goals. Set goals for yourself. Some years back, I told you I set goals to have master's degree. It was tough, but I got it. I got it. I set goals to have businesses. Of course, it failed. I failed so many times. I failed when I did in Nigeria. I got to the US. Some of them failed again. But I didn't relent. I didn't stop. No, I am unstoppable. If I send an email to you, you will see it under my email. I am unstoppable. It doesn't matter who has gone before me. I am coming. I am unstoppable. Do you know why? You are the only one that can stop yourself. Nobody can stop you in achieving your goals. Nobody can stop you in making progress. Nobody can stop you in succeeding. You are the only enemy of yourself that can stop achieving your goals, that can stop you from achieving your goals, that can stop you from getting up there, that can stop you from making progress. You are the only one that can stop yourself. Set a smart goal for yourself. Smart goals. Goals that are achievable, that are time-bound. Set goals. Don't just sit down and be talking. Be a doer. Don't just be talking. And they call me Jackie. I'm not Jackie. I just want to achieve some goals before I get to an age in my life. Yeah, I told my friend, I have to do some things before I get to a certain age. And that's why I'm putting all effort as God gives me the grace to do. Set smart goals. Achievable goals. Goals that are time bound. Not just write a expository essay. No, it's not about writing essay. It's about you having short goals and long goals. Have a time frame for everything you want to do. You want to go back to school? Give yourself time between 1 to 2 years. You want to do a business, say within this time to this time, I want to make sure I've achieved this and this and this. And if you don't achieve those things at that time frame, it's not the end of life. Pick it up again, add it to another goal you have, and continue pushing it up. Some people keep talking, but they are not acting. Don't just write your goals down. Act your goals. Another thing is this: do what you know best. I like singing, and I'm singing. I love it as a gift, and I'm using it powerfully. You love writing. Keep writing, journaling, sell your works. People are willing to read from you. You want to be an entrepreneur. Find a niche. Do businesses. Don't just wait for somebody to come and give you money. No. A woman of high esteem has to find something doing. You're saying you are not married. Be a happy single before that man come. When the man come and see a happy woman, he will be happy to have to marry a happy woman, the one that have high esteem. Not the one that have low self-esteem. If you present yourself with a woman with low self-esteem, your husband will also treat you like a woman that have low self-esteem. Don't you know men are proud of women when they see that their women are up there? They say, that's my wife. They say, oh, that's my wife. Oh, that's my fiancé. Because they know that You cannot be put down somewhere anyhow. No. What am I saying? Do what you know best. Those your strong parts, your strong things you can do them. As you're working on those ones that you are not good at. Maybe by going to school, learning a job, learning something from people, understanding from people, all those things can make you learn from other people. And don't know one thing, do you know it? Embrace growth. Growth is good. When you're learning, love it. I remember when I was in school, I was struggling, but I loved that I was going to school. And don't get me wrong, I'm still in school. I love learning, right? That you're in school, you can struggle with it, but you're growing because you know you have a purpose, you have goals, you have set for yourself, and you want to achieve it. Embrace your growth. As you keep learning, embrace it. Another one, a woman with self-esteem and confidences, celebrate your small wins. Somebody say, I will celebrate my small win. How on earth will you achieve something and you say, it's a small progress? No, progress is progress. Celebrate your small wins. Any progress you made in life is a progress, either small or big. Do you know one thing? The one that conquer one land today can conquer 100 tomorrow. So celebrate your small wins. I remember when I finished my master's, and I graduated, oh God. You need to see my pictures. I make sure I told myself, babe, you did it. Oh, you graduated. When I have my albums out there, my singles, I'll tell them, girl, you did it. When I accomplish any goal that I set for myself, I tell myself, babe, I call myself by my name. Tell me, Tokwe, you did it. Actually, that's how I tell myself. I'll call myself by my name. Tell me, Tokwe, you did it. So, celebrate your small wins. All these things will make you build a self-esteem and a self-worth. And that thing is this, embrace your failure. Embrace your failure. Failure is part of growth. When you fail, you are very close to your success. Because that failure is not you. No, you are not the failure. No, you are not your failure. You are not. Failure is just an activity that happened to you. An event that happened. That happened now and that may not happen tomorrow. Right? So embrace your failure, pick it up again and learn from that failure. When you fail, learn from it. How did I fail? What made me fail? Okay, what are those things I need to learn from my failure? When you learn from it, do the correction and continue to make progress. Right? Don't let your failure kill your self-worth. I'm saying once again, don't let your failure kill your self-worth. Failure is a venue to success. It's another roadmap to success. Another thing is learn from your past mistakes. When you fail, learn from them. And the last one I'm going to say today is treat yourself the way you will treat other people. A woman with self-esteem, with confidence at home, in your marriage, in your offices, in your businesses, in your church, in your religious gathering, in anywhere you find yourself, you will treat yourself well. I believe in the word of God. In the Bible, it says, love yourself. Love your neighbor rather as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. That means the first thing is you love yourself first before you love your neighbor. Because it says, as yourself, that the way you love yourself. So treat yourself as you will treat other people. Love yourself as you will love other people. Because this will not make you to devalue yourself. Because you will not devalue yourself if you don't devalue other people. So love yourself. Love yourself in everything you do. In conclusion, confidence does not mean you are perfect. Confidence at home, at work, in your job, in your career, whatever you find yourself, doesn't mean you're perfect. You know one thing? It's about you accepting yourself for who you are. placing value on yourself in everything you do, putting yourself first, embracing your growth, loving your failure, celebrating your win, saying out positive things about yourself. Overcoming self-esteem needs practice. I told you, practice it, write negative thoughts down and replace them with positive thoughts. It requires having a self-compassion, self-love for yourself. Changing your negative thoughts to positive thoughts. And in everything, appreciate yourself for who you are. Appreciate yourself for what you are doing. Appreciate your work. Appreciate yourself. Before people look at you and say you look beautiful, tell yourself, oh, I look beautiful. As a woman, don't forget I said something. I said self-confidence. Your smile, your good face is part of your dressing. So your self-confidence starts from the way you look with your smile, your appearance to people, then the word of your mouth, what you say, how you behave to people and with people. You are a woman. Can you say after me? I am a woman of value. I am a woman of love. I love myself. I care for myself. And I'll continually be a woman that nations will value. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you enjoy this one. Signing out. Bye.
Yes, 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 yes. That was an amazing, amazing session. I must tell you, because this is just like this is just the point where I get to say I'm enthralled by this, and I want to say a big thank you to Ma'am Temitope Oyewole. It's such a pleasure that you had to share this with us, because we have a lot of things that are going on even in today's society, and I must tell you that women being able to know what they have to do at every point in time is very essential. So I will just give, in fact, I can tell you, my book is so loaded with points. Yes, I have my notebook and my pen. I don't joke with putting down points and making me understand that this is not just what I just want to have. This is the August edition of Empower Her, Elevate Your Esteem, and Lead with Confidence. And so, just briefly, I would want to state that there are a lot of things that she mentioned that I would just want to reiterate, and also to let us know that these are the things that we all as women should know. First of all, believe in yourself. I remember that there was a time that when Mary, I think it was yes, when Mary was talking to Elizabeth, and in I think it was in Luke chapter 1, it says, blessed is she who has believed all that has been spoken to her of the Lord, of the Lord. And this is something that we all should understand, because we know that at every point in time you can always believe in yourself. One of the major things that we also get to understand, even in our even during this our period and this time here on earth, I can tell you one thing. One of the beautiful things you must know, even as a woman, is not just is building your self-confidence. Building your self-confidence is very, very important. It is one thing that we should all know and we should all embrace, because I remember I told us a story at the beginning of this session, telling us about how I started my secondary school and all. But I must tell you something. It is important that we build our confidence. And how do you do that? You have to deal with self-doubt. If you doubt yourself, it means it means that you don't believe what God is doing for you and in you. Because there is one thing you must understand in dealing with self-doubt. I remember even when she was talking about when people make compliments. when people make compliments, it's it's also important for us to see that in these we can all be empowered to do more, and to be more. Also, let me share this with us. I remember a time when I was talking about having talking about being part of an event, or rather when you are having something good going on for you and someone makes a compliment, as she says, "You're beautiful, you look good," instead of having to say, "Oh, my clothes, I bought it 5 years ago. Oh, my wig, oh, I had it 6 years ago." Oh, there is no need. Just say thank you, receive the compliments. That is one of the major things with building confidence in yourself, and also learning your weaknesses. But then, before then, present your strengths before your weaknesses. In fact, if I can tell you, just keep your weaknesses aside. When you are associating with people, when you are talking with people, I want to tell you that introduce your strengths first before you even talk about your weaknesses. In fact, at the point I stopped talking about my weaknesses, not because they were not there, but because people saw a good part, which is my strength. And I decided, okay, this is the point where I get to expose the talent, use the gift that God has given me to also impact my world. So, one of the also speak about is learn how to say good things about yourself. Learn how to say good things about yourself. It is not always all the time that you seek for affirmations from outside. It's not all the time that you seek for people to affirm that you're looking good from outside. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, "I am looking good." And there were some points just before I am going to be calling up the visionary in just few minutes. All right, so I want to just say this. First of all, set goals to become a better version of yourself. Embrace growth. Celebrate your wins, whether big or small. Embrace your failure. Learn from your past mistakes. Treat yourself as you treat other people. And so, this is the point where I get to call in the visionary of the Empower Her and perfecting womanhood, the visionary of perfecting human womanhood. This is the point where I get to introduce to every one of us. Yes, an amazing time, and we're not going to stay so long. I'm going to be calling up the visionary of and founder of Perfecting Womanhood Initiative in the name and in the person of Deborah Kolade. Please, can you take the stage as we commence? Welcome, big welcome to you.
Thank you so much, and good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching from. And I must say that was a great session. Thank you so much, Temitope Oyewole, for that insightful session. Thank you so much. As we all know that Emergence is a subsidiary of Perfecting Womanhood, and Emergence is a movement that is dedicated to supporting women within the Christian environment. And while listening to the session from Temitope Oyewole, I was led to share just something, like share something briefly on women, because I had a reading that we might get to have women watch this. Some might be watching live, or some might watch it later, who are going through childhood trauma. And they're like, "Oh, it's easier said than done. Oh, I've been broken. You don't understand where I'm coming from." And one thing that I would just like to emphasize is that, we're Christians, and we do understand that we do not serve a God who cannot empathize, or who is not familiar with our weaknesses. So whatever you have gone through in the past, whatever trauma you have gone through in the past, um, God understands, and there's room for healing. But the thing with healing is that um, it's impossible for you to draw from the well of healing when you do not even live in the reality of that wealth you're drawing from. So, what I'm trying to say is that you have to be able to understand your identity in Christ to be able to call forth things. So, you have to be able to understand that Christ has, you know, giving you everything that is needed for life and godliness. Christ has made everything available for you. All you just need to do is to live in the reality of Christ's finished work. And your identity is embedded in Christ. So if you come to the understanding that your identity is embedded in Christ, you cannot live a life of low self-esteem because your esteem is Christ. So living a life of low self-esteem means that you do not even understand who your identity, like what your identity rests on, which is Christ. So I've just come to briefly encourage you that you should live your reality in the identity that Christ has made available to you. Your identity is Christ. Your identity is in Christ. So, irrespective of your trauma or whatever you're going through in your life, rest on the finished work of Christ. As much as you put in everything that you have been taught today, please let the foundation of whatever you do rest in Christ's finished work, and it will be able to hold you up and sustain you through the journey of life. God bless you. We can hear you.
Thank you so much for that brief word of exhortation. So I just have few questions because from the session we had with Temitokwe Oyewole, she mentioned a couple of things about the self-esteem and also combined with the what you mentioned, even being as a Christian lady in leadership and in every sphere. I can tell you that a lot of persons, especially ladies, are really, really struggling with a lot of things, even in today's society. So I just have two questions, briefly.
Sure.
So, with respect to perfecting womanhood, the
Mhm.
initiative to be precise, now, what inspired you? We know that, yes, there are a lot of women organizations here and there, but just explain to us what inspired you to focus more on this perfecting womanhood initiative? Is it just to, I know it's not definitely going to be just another woman empowerment movement, but it's something unique. There is something very unique about this perfecting womanhood. Can you just share a little about that, please?
Yeah, definitely. So perfecting womanhood actually started from my personal struggle. So when I initially, I'd gotten married very early, and at the point I got married, I had a lot of things going on for me. So I had like a plan. Before 30, I'm gonna get my PhD. Before this, I'm gonna do this. But then funny enough, you know, met a man and I decided to get married. And in between all of that, I began to realize that I was struggling with a lot of things and a lot of deadlines that I've put on the table for myself. And in the midst of all those, I was struggling to do everything, do my academics, impact people around me as much as I can. I was also trying to be a good wife, also trying to be a good mom to my kids. I was also taking up other challenges for my career path. And I just realized that, before I've gotten married, I would be in conversations with women, and marriage should not stop you. Childbirth should not stop you. And when I got to that point, I was like, okay, no, this is valid. This is valid. But then I told myself, as much as I see the pain and the limitations that come from this, is that also enough reason for you to say, I'm just going to be here. I'm just going to be a mom, or I'm just going to be a wife. And going back into the creation story and the fact that I do understand that in Christ, there is no man, there is no woman. So when Christ says that, before you were born, I knew you and you were predestined and there's a purpose. I began to tell myself, no, women are not just called to be wives. Women are not just called to be mothers. And Christ did not instill in us this instinct that is so accurate just for us to use it on our kids and our husband. There must be more to this. So I knew that in every good gift that comes, there must be a time of waiting, there must be a time of pain, and there must be a time of birth. Just the same way we have our kids. So I then began to understand that I needed to push. So I began to push and I began to take up more challenges for myself,
Yeah.
for my growth, for my personal development. And I just told myself, I need to be able to speak to women. I need to be able to, create a platform where women who are going through these are able to come up and encourage other women. Because it's very easier on you when you see that other people are going through the exact same thing you have gone through and they are coming out with results. So that was what better affecting woman exactly. So that's the story as to how it started.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that brief story with us because
Yeah.
I know that we can go on and on and on and on to talk about this particular thing. So, just another one. Now, when we are
So,
talking about women dealing with self-doubt, what is your advice to women who actually struggle to balance, self-doubt with self-love, with the demands that comes with leadership and responsibilities, whether as a single lady leading a couple of persons and or as a married woman having her family. What's your advice to women who struggle to balance self-doubt and self-love without, without them being seen as selfish? Because I know a lot of women, they want to say, oh, I don't want to be selfish, oh, I don't want to, I don't want to be seen as someone who just values herself. But what's your advice? How can we balance these two, self-doubt and self-love, so that we don't have to we don't we're not seen, or we don't even see ourselves? Because most times we women can be very funny. We see ourselves even before others start seeing us. And so, what's your advice for women who struggle with, giving themselves that self-love in
okay.
today's society?
So, yeah, thank you so much for that question. My answer might not be what you like to hear, but to be honest, it's on the fact that I know women growing up, we were groomed to cater for others than cater for ourselves, and which is the foundational problem we have with most women, especially African women. So this platform also is here to change the narrative. You put yourself first because it's impossible to draw from a well that is dry.
Mm, yes,
Self-love is self-love. The Bible commands you to love your neighbor as yourself. You cannot give what you don't have. It's
definitely.
impossible to give what you don't have. So the problem we have is we overwhelm ourselves with our responsibilities. Oh, I have to do this. I need to do this. I need to do that. It's okay for you to rest. It's okay for you to take a break. It's okay to be seen as selfish as long as the period you're seen as selfish is a period you are rejuvenating and gathering more strength to come out strong and take up your responsibilities. So please don't wait on people's approval. And this applies to most married women and women who have kids. Your children will be fine. They're children that were raised on the streets and they came out to be presidents. They came out to be governors and they did a lot for themselves in the generation. I'm not saying that you should not be there for your kids. What I'm saying is stop using the excuses of I have a kid or I have this, I have that, not to rest. Because when you don't rest, then you can't self-develop. When you don't self-develop, everybody will go past you. Even the kids that you put your life on hold for will go past you. So the best thing you can do when you are faced with a lot of responsibility and you are trying to balance yourself, what yourself, love, and all of these things is prioritize yourself as a woman. I know that is a selfish thing to say, but prioritize yourself as a woman, and tell yourself that the reason I'm prioritizing myself is so that I can be the best version of myself in whatever I do. Best version of myself to my kids, best version of myself to my career, best version of myself to my husband, best version of myself to whatever and however capacity I function in. But if you do not prioritize yourself, to love up on yourself first, to be able to consider yourself important enough to be loved up on, then you're just going to keep circling and spiraling in self guilt. In I used to be that person who would always, feel guilty that, oh, I didn't give my kids a particular meal in a particular day, or they've not had balanced diets. Oh, I don't care for that anymore. As long as have you eaten? You've eaten. That's fine. Move on. And the day I can make balanced diets for them, I make balanced diets for them. And also try to organize yourself in a way. So scheduling is very important. Be an organized person. And in organizing yourself, organize the rest. So don't organize other things and you don't include rest and just taking care of yourself. So let us just learn, I will end on this note, let us learn to prioritize rest as a woman.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that answer. I know a lot of us have been asking ourselves, how do we go about this? You have heard it today. You have heard it today. Prioritize yourself because nobody gets water from a dry well. That struck a chord for me, I must tell you. All right, all right. The time is far spent, and we are going to be rounding up this event of Emergence and Empower Her August Edition. Elevate your esteem and lead with confidence. And I just want to say thank you to every one of us who have been so much parts of this our I don't want to call it an event, but it's a hangout. And I want us to be so excited to actually look forward to this every month. This is gonna be happening every month. So do well to follow all the social media handles of Perfecting Womanhood. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow Deborah Colade on Facebook and Instagram. And so, just before we wrap up, I want us to do a little exercise just now. And in that exercise, we are going to be practicing that which our speaker spoke to us about, and which is the words of affirmation. We are going to be wrapping this session up with words of affirmation. If you're ready, I am ready. And this is our affirmation for empower her, elevate your esteem, and lead with confidence. Affirm with me. I trust myself and my abilities, and I make decisions with confidence and clarity. I am worthy of love, respect, and success, and I celebrate my unique strengths and talents. I release self doubt and I embrace my inner power. I lead with courage and authenticity. I am exactly as I am. I shine my light for the world to see. I choose to focus on my strengths and not my weaknesses. I rise above limitations with resilience and determination. I rise above limitations with resilience and determination. And this is me, Dikachi Paulin, saying thank you for being an amazing audience for tonight's edition of Empower Her, Elevate Your Esteem, and Lead with Confidence. Thank you so much, and do have see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, don't forget, we also have a date tomorrow here by this same time on the 25th of August 2024. So do not miss out and do well to share this with everyone in your network. Let them join in tomorrow. and join in. Bring in your friends, bring in your friend. In fact, bring in your frenemies. Anybody, just bring them in and let them enjoy what we are enjoying. So, once again, thank you for being an amazing audience and do have an amazing, amazing day. I love you all and see you tomorrow.